When the woke mob decides that they're going to come after you, that they're going to try to cancel you, they will stop at nothing, including attacking anyone and everyone who decides to stand with you, to support you in any way, shape, or form. And in the case of J.K. Rowling, she's been under attack by these people for nearly 3 years now, all for the highly controversial viewpoint that there's a biological difference between men and women. Something that's not controversial at all, something that 99% of people agree with. But because of her comments and because the woke mob's attacking her, anyone who's tangentially associated with her, specifically people involved in the Harry Potter franchise, the woke mob demands that they say, I don't agree with her. I believe she should be canceled. Those viewpoints aren't acceptable. And anyone who supports her, they go after with the same vitriol and vigor that they attack her with. Well, now finally, we're starting to see more people stand up for J.K. Rowling, including actresses who tried to a while ago until they were too scared to do so. Harry Potter star Evanna Lynch. I wish people would give J.K. Rowling more grace and listen to her. Now, Evanna Lynch, if you watch the Harry Potter movies, you'll probably recognize her as Luna Lovegood. She tried to kind of come out there and say, you know, I don't necessarily agree with everything, but I think people should listen to what J.K. Rowling has to say. She tried to do this a few years ago, ended up deleting some social media accounts because of the backlash she got. Well, now apparently she's gotten a little more brave and is willing to stand up and speak out and say, really, people should listen to this woman and what she has to say. Harry Potter star Evanna Lynch says she wishes people would just listen to J.K. Rowling. The problem is there's a disagreement over who's the most vulnerable, Luna Lovegood actor said. A Harry Potter star has jumped to the defense of J.K. Rowling. For years now, the author's courted controversy with her views. Yes, the controversy that even though I support trans people, I think there's a biological difference between men and women. And maybe trans women shouldn't be put in the same jail cells as actual biological women. Oh, what a crazy concept that might be. In an essay, the author addressed the backlash while also detailing her experiences of surviving abuse and assault. The essay sparked further criticism by many actors from the Harry Potter franchise, including Rupert Grint, Daniel Radcliffe, and Emma Watson, have since voiced their support for trans people. Now, Luna Lovegood star Evanna Lynch has shared her views on the matter. At the time, Lynch deleted her social media account after saying in response to Rowling's initial comments, it's irresponsible to discuss such a delicate topic. That said, as a friend and admirer of Jo, I can't forget what a generous and loving person she is. That was enough to make her delete her social media accounts a few years ago. Now she's willing to stand up and speak out. In a new interview, Lynch said she was very naive when she was dragged into the conversation in 2020. I didn't even know there were two sides. I had a view of like good and bad. I have compassion for both sides of the argument. I know what it's like to be a teenager who hated my body, and I have great compassion for trans people. But I also think it's important that J.K. Rowling has been amplifying the voices of detransitioners, people who get forced maybe by their parents or convinced by activist teachers or the entertainment industry that at the age of 12 or 13, I should irreparably change my body. Yeah, those people, I do think it's important to boost their voices. I had this impulse to go, let's all just stop talking about it. And I think probably I'm braver now about having uncomfortable conversations. Lynch said she was surprised by the continued backlash against Rowling, especially when she wrote her essay, which started with very personal details. Quote, I just felt her character has always been to advocate for the most vulnerable members of society. The problem is there's a disagreement over who's the most vulnerable. I do wish people would just give her more grace and listen to her, she said. It's going to take a lot more than just Evanna Lynch, speaking about this, but it's good. It's good that finally she feels brave enough that she can speak out in support of J.K. Rowling. Maybe it's because when you continue to see successes like Hogwarts Legacy and that the woke mob really has no effect unless you let it have an effect, nearly $1 billion in sales already for a game like Hogwarts Legacy, despite the attempted boycott. These people, these activists, these freaks, they have no power. They are not relevant. What J.K. Rowling says is not controversial. It's hard for something to be controversial when 99% of people in the world agree with what she's saying. And that's the truth. That's the reality. So to hear yet another person from the Harry Potter series not cave in and throw her under the bus, but instead say, you know what? You should listen to what she has to say. She's not saying anything crazy. She's simply advocating based on where she's coming from. That's a good thing. And it's exactly what the woke mob hates. They hate it when people get support. They hate it when people that they've targeted for cancellation, when people ignore them and their threats, and instead simply stand by that person and support that person. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about all this. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.